Y'all started with the crypto, now the marriage, counseling. LOL. Oh, yes, we do it all. We do it all.
Well, what the freak, man? Why is it letting me do this?
I
want to create a room.
All right, let me go back.
There it goes. So, well, I'm glad you mentioned that, girl, because we still doing the crypto stuff. We're still investing. Yeah. We're still talking about it. As a matter of fact,
we still trade.
Thanks for bringing it up, because one of these marriage talks, we are going to do marriage and crypto. So I'm grateful for you to bring that up. We actually do have some stuff in the works with other marriages that are also in the crypto space, in the foreign exchange markets, in the trading worlds, and we're all going to be actually having like a big marriage talk on here live. So definitely, Sandra, I'm going to tag you, chime into that night. And we're doing the marriage, everything, because at the end of the day, God put us here to be abundant in all type of aspects, in all platforms.
Yes.
My husband's doing the coaching. If y'all don't know, now you know. We have Empire, coaching from Coach Brandon Barker. I have my, marriage things. I do my counseling thing. We're doing, just so many avenues, because God gave us all these skills. God gave us all these visions.
Your, Spanish classes.
I have my Spanish classes, and I'm going to launch it in April, because I already set it up. I'm going to launch it in April. I'm going to have...
towards the end.
Oh, we're already in April, right? Okay, yeah. No. So I'm going to launch it in May, because I'm going to have all the classes and every week set up for when people sign up. I'm starting within those 2 weeks. So listen, come through. You know what I mean? Like, you have the skills, the talents. Why not, guys? Right?
You want to learn Spanish?
You want to learn some Spanish? Pass your kids on to me. And I'm bilingual. I read it. I write it. I speak it. Like, I don't play that.
And that's the key thing, too, because a lot of people just speak it. They don't even write it.
Nope. I write it. I read it. I talk it. I'm working on the cooking part of it. We're going to Colombia in a couple of months or so. Not too much. I'm not giving y'all too much information. So yes, thank you, cuz we have to listen, at the end of the day, guys, if you're only relying on that one stream of income, you're very close to being homeless and poor and poverty, point blank, because that one stream can be gone today, tomorrow, next week. So for the Barkers, we're making sure we're like millionaires, minimum 7 streams of income, and we'll get into that a whole nother night. But thanks, Sandra, for bringing it up. So we are going to get into tonight's topic, which makeup sex. What do y'all think about it? How do y'all feel about it? Is it even discussed in y'all marriage? Or is it a silent scenario? Is it something that...
Or does it happen or
just
not?
happen and you don't even call it that? Or do you not agree with it? Or are you that spouse that when they just mess up, you don't even want to... Like, it don't even happen.
So,
like, how does that work? I want to know, because do you like give it some time and then y'all sit down and talk and work it out, and then you're on good terms and you just make the love, or is it you guys get into it, but then you're like, oh, it's about to be nasty up in here, and you guys get it popping, you get it in, and that's the makeup sex. And no, capitalize the no. It does not mean that we forgot about the problem. What you laughing at? What?
Okay.
What you laughing at?
What you just said.
That we forgot about the problem? Oh, we still gonna fight tomorrow.
Right?
Argue, discuss, disagree, whatever y'all want to call it.
Maybe it'd be a more mild argument or disagreement to disagree.
Just because the pipe was given don't mean I'm gonna forget what happened.
Same way.
And same for him. It's not gonna be like, oh, just because you handle me don't mean I'm not upset with you.
I might not be as mad.
Of course, but the anger goes from 10 to maybe like a 6 or 4. So you're making it, it's being a more peaceful environment.
Let me turn it
I told you that. You getting spicy tonight, boy.
So what's your first question you got up there?
So, and I'm drinking water just for y'all information. Should have had some other, but just some medication today. So do y'all do it? Do y'all have such a thing? Do y'all have such a thing as makeup sex in your marriage? Do y'all call it that? Like, what is it, right? And if you do you like it? She said one time Randy and I had the best make. See, some of those 9 out of 10. Well, first of all, before I go there, y'all already can tell by the way we talking. We do have we makeup sex is popping in our crib, and
that's not true.
But it's not like always just the makeup. It's just if we get into a disagreement, like Brandon, he gets really like he don't play that. He's upset. He don't want to deal with me. He shuts down.
Yeah,
he's like upset.
Yeah.
Like me, I'll be like, dude, get upset tomorrow. Put that on pause. I'm trying to get some. Let's keep it moving. So it's kind of like in between.
If you get mad,
I don't deal with you either.
You deal with me. I work it in.
You do. You try to get it in.
You break down.
And I just be like, all right, take me, Brandon. All right, take me. Because he puts in so much work. I'm just like, all right. Why say no? It's my husband. She said, but we weren't married. It still counts. Listen, it's even better married, I think. If it was good when y'all wasn't married for our makeup sex, imagine the married makeup sex.
So I think with us, do we have
Yo, that's what we just talked about. My cousin said our disagreements as, oh my gosh, cousin, Brandon wanted to make tonight's title, how long do you stay angry with your spouse for? So we're gonna do that probably for next week because we literally, I believe, well, I don't know if it's true, but as the years go by, the disagreements and the arguments or the upsetness last less and less. Yeah, like before, we'd be like 2 days, 3 days, or even like a few days.
Well, it depends on what you disagree about.
Brandon, we could be mad at the worst thing in life, and we don't even go a day.
Well,
maybe, not really. The next day we talk or we make up or we, don't like it because we don't want to go to bed upset or we don't want to So my cousin, and that's 100 years in.
Yeah. So with the first question you asked, do we do it? Do we do the makeup sex? Yes, we do it, but it's probably like I'm gonna say it's 50-50. I think it's.
Yeah, you don't like to call it that because you just be mad and you just don't even want to deal with me.
Yeah.
He needs his time. You would have thought it was me. No, he needs his time. He'd be like, I'm not in the zone. I'm not in the mood. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. And he does that whole cold shoulder thing. I'd be like, are you serious? You gonna mess up like what we about to do because of that? Like, stop it.
What's the next question you got?
Do you like it? How often? So this is the thing. So what she said, since married, we don't be angry for many hours. We don't fight. See, I see. So it's not just us. So majority of good, I think, happy or communicative marriages, you don't even get angry long enough to have a big makeup sex scenario. Yeah. But it is there though.
Most of the time, you be like, man, they tripping. I ain't worried about it. They tripping.
Yes, it's minimal. But I do say that even if you make up and you do end up having sex eventually, it still be better than like the next 2 days one. Because you like, I'm about to put it in. I'm about to, show what he talking about the other day. So I do think it does get a little bit more intense. I do sometimes, But I agree. When you're married a little bit longer, or even at the beginning, I don't know, some of y'all, you could be mad for, like my cousin said, 4 seconds, and it'd be like, really? So it doesn't even exist in the marriage as far as like, makeup sex, Yeah. I do agree that it's more for us, like my friend said, when we were dating.
Yeah.
Because we'd be mad for 2 weeks. We'd be like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
And then you call me, be like, about to get.
So do you like the makeup sex?
I do because I like to talk junk. I like to talk crap. I like to be like, what you said about me the other day? Oh, you didn't like what? Oh, what? You said this is yours? Oh, what was that? So I talk a lot of smack. And it makes him kind of go harder. Like, yeah, I'm talking about, yeah. So I do. When we do get to that.
What's in
no, I don't think we do.
Not really. I don't know. Never really.
No, I don't think so. Because it kind of just happens. I don't like plan. Let's drink and then let's do makeup. That's more like a date night.
Or like if you got mad and you started drinking. We haven't really got like that.
No,
really
that's like some alky stuff. I don't get mad and let me go get a drink.
Well, yeah, you do. Sometimes you gotta have a drink.
That's when I'm like stressed or something, but not mad. Like with you, man, let me get a drink.
No, yeah. So yeah, if you're stressed, it's more that way. But not like mad or anything like that.
Yeah, no, like a date night, we might turn up and get some drinks or something.
Yeah, if she's stressed, it might get a little wild and crazy.
Get some drinks if it's like something like that.
So how often?
So I was gonna say that there are people that I, in the previous conversations that enjoy more of the makeup sex than the regular sex, and they intentionally on purpose like to do makeup sex.
That's like,
I have a friend.
That's like some deep like mentality, like
I have one of my girlfriends, she's like that.
That's like some submissive stuff.
Her and her husband. She said her and her husband, "Hey Randy, what's up?" She said, "Me and Randy are laughing over here. Y'all listen, hey, after this y'all just gonna have the regular sex. Ain't no makeup sex needed." You know what though? But I do have a girlfriend, her and her husband, she says she enjoys the more intensity of her and her husband makeup sex. But I will say their makeup sex do be like arguments after like they didn't talk for like 3 days. Or they were really like it was like
so
for
it was
real.
A build up.
Yeah, like it was like we have not been talking all 3 days, 4 days, or even if it's the week, we're not on good terms. We're not we're not doing good, and then they both know, this about to be popping.
Oh yeah, so it's like the bedroom argument.
Yeah, so
sex.
Yeah, so
instead of words, we throwing each other.
Yeah,
around.
so they actually like she actually really like enjoys the makeup sex.
Does she just
like it's like a setup.
So so
it's like a setup. Like they'll argue and she'll be like, "I'm not gonna talk to her for a couple of days, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make up later." Yeah. So when I refer to that she doesn't talk to her spouse in 3 days,
it's like silent
it's
treatment.
more y'all know, come on, don't play, ladies. Like I don't do it as much, but used to the silent treatment.
Yeah.
When you just, hey babe.
The yes and no.
Yeah, she was something to eat. How you doing? Fine. What's going on? Nothing.
One word respond.
Y'all know, remember them days. Don't feel like y'all remember them days. Even if it was when we was dating. So that's the 3 or 4 days that I mean. Me and Brandon, we were at a point that we were like that, but I don't think it was like, let's go to makeup sex at the end. No. We just wanted to handle our business and keep it moving. But that's when we were not doing good.
Yeah.
But as far as like in good terms, there are marriages that do go through phases that they do have big disagreements and arguments, that it might be the miscommunication for 3 or 4 days. It might be, I've even heard where they're not even sleeping in the same room because it was that deep of an argument, a fight, agree, whatever, and they didn't really talk.
So is that really good though?
That's horrible. No.
Okay.
That's not good because honestly it shouldn't be more than a day. And you know what? That's gonna be, I'm gonna write that down. How long do you stay mad for, right? That's what you were saying earlier?
Yeah, but it's different situations on how long you stay mad for. You might be mad at a money situation. Now, if it's an infidelity situation,
I think, infidelity, that's different. But if it's other stuff besides infidelity, I really do believe no more than a day should go into an argument, like without talking to your spouse. Because you're going to bed angry. Go to the futon when he beat me in the pool.
Oh, no. Ain't no futon, ain't no couch.
What you mean when he beat me in the pool? Like a race or something?
It'd probably be racing, swimming or something like that.
Cause you gotta, what's that word? Explain what beat me in the pool means. That could be like some violent thing, and I'm saying I'm live. He beat you in the pool, girl. Which I know that's not what it is. I just want to make sure, cause I just read it, so people listening like, what? He beat her in the pool. Playing pool. Oh, okay. See, I knew it. Pool. I'm thinking like he threw you in the pool. Like he done choked you in the pool or something.
No, she talking about playing pool.
It's crazy in these streets.
So y'all got a competitive type of makeup sex. See,
No,
that's
but
the
they don't
difference.
even do makeup sex though. Remember, that's she said they don't do that.
Well,
But really, it's what it's called afterwards.
It is competitive.
Y'all
makeup
just not
sex.
saying it because after the futon, the second day later, he coming back and he about to get it. If I'm wrong, put that I'm wrong, girl, because I want to know. Now you got us in the futon conversation.
No, I ain't getting no futon.
Right. Brandon said, you know what? And we actually
I'm
heard.
gonna put that wood on your back.
Shut up, Brandon. Really? Like, come on, dog. Like, and I'm live.
I was nice with it though. You know what I'm saying?
She said they be joking. Yeah, for real. You gotta be kidding. You know, yeah, it's true. Like, go on the futon. You just beat me in this game. I don't want to deal with you. We about to do a rematch. That's what it is. You know, my cousin said we don't stay mad long. Yeah, it gets, sometimes you'd be like, you mad for like 20 minutes, and it'd be like, okay, man, what about to do for dinner? What are we doing? You cooking? Matter of fact, I'm mad at you. You cooking tonight? How often is it okay? Is it a scapegoat for when you're in trouble and you forgive them after?
Oh.
So that's a good one.
So
you're smiling hard. She
So-
said, "Oh, that's what we need to get them on a live." My homegirl said, "Does makeup sex include the whips and pulling the hair?"
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Now the pulling the hair, yeah.
Brett,
What?
that could be any time though. That's not just makeup sex. I think what you're asking is because
trouble.
No. Because it's makeup sex, am I meaning that it has to be more aggressive? I think that's what she's trying to ask or say.
Or submissive.
Or like I'm mad at you, so you bend over and you do this, or you get down.
Yeah,
that's a good idea, ain't it?
Yeah, that is a good idea. You know.
No, don't give ideas. You're giving ideas, girlfriend. You're giving ideas, but that could be any time. And now, if you want to say you want to add on,
that spices up though, right there.
That's like
you in trouble. I'm gonna put these handcuffs on.
I'm gonna whoop you. So now, like my homegirl that likes the makeup sex, that gives her a fire to be like, oh, I'm gonna be mad at him today because he about to bring that whoop tonight. You know?
No, that's that role playing too. The police officers in the building.
Really.
Yeah, you violated.
So is it a scapegoat for when you're in trouble, babe? Go ahead. You know my mouth still hurts, guys.
All right, so is it a scapegoat? I think it kind of eased out the problem or the situation at hand. You know what I mean? It's something that kind of tones the volume down on whatever the problem is or whatever y'all going through at that time. So it's something that can really don't need to be discussed.
So you might use that as a scapegoat, you might try to please her more. You might try to use certain tricks out the hat for that night because you did some shit.
Now, if it's a little doghouse and not a big doghouse, then yeah, of course. Come on, man. We like, yo, why you sweating this? Take this. Take this bone and be quiet.
Give a dog a bone. Brandon's silly.
No, but
so it can be a scapegoat for some. But it can be bad too because some spouses might use that as never really recuperating the problem.
So never solving the problem.
And just, makeup sex will be good tomorrow.
No, but then I think after that, if it's something like that, I think if it's like small or whatever, after that, it's something that it's easy to talk about after you have sex. You know what I'm saying? Because I know most...
right after or the next day?
Well... Probably right after, because
we don't ever do that. We be out.
Well, if we even out, but if you cuddling,
we be knocked out.
Most couples cuddle sometimes after sex. So if
not the makeup sex.
Yeah, after the makeup sex, you can cuddle after the makeup sex.
But if it's more the like my friend, like more the aggressive, she got the whip, the hair. You tired.
Oh yeah.
You going night.
But if you cuddle, sometimes you can break. That was like an icebreaker, and you could like.
So you just gave me some good stuff.
I'm
really still shit you did wasn't cool.
Yeah. And then we can.
I just want you to know that.
We can talk level headed about it.
I've actually done that, but I think it's been more like the next day, or I'll throw a slick comment after we about to pass out and be like, just because you just gave me some good ass, you don't think I forgot about what you did. I might throw it in there like boop, and then the next day, that's when I'm like, And Brandon be like, so what's up, babe? And I'm like, like, so what's going on? So you just really not gonna talk about what happened just because you just gave me some yesterday? Like, you just gonna bypass it? Like, we're not about to do that.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Pierre was here, and now Brandon is back to work. So what are we discussing today?
Yeah.
That's his middle name, Pierre. So Pierre comes in and out the house, okay? Just want y'all to know that. Keep it personal, VIP.
Alright.
So scapegoat, and do you forgive each other afterwards?
Yeah. Because you know what? That forgiveness might be another session.
She said her husband finds this chat more entertaining than Love and Hip Hop. Good. Thanks, Randy. You know why? Because we're real and authentic. Love and Hip Hop, they get paid to act.
And do scripts.
And do scripts and stuff. So tag Love and Hip Hop, and maybe they could put us on there. For real. So do you forgive after?
Yeah, because that might, lead to another session. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah.
I like that thinking. Yeah. Another said that same moment or like the next day?
No, like the same moment,
Oh, that's round 2?
Yeah, round 2.
Tag you're in.
Yep,
Let's
tag
go.
you in, yeah.
Oh, okay.
3 out of 2, who wins? Let's go.
You silly. She says she forgive quickly. Yeah, I think most women, or just most marriages, you end up, kind of forgiving
like
pretty
it
fast.
wasn't that bad.
And then I think it's funny because if
it's kind of like the thing when the guy like messes up and he bring home the roses, you like know you messed up, right?
Don't bring me no roses, especially if like you don't have makeup and like it wasn't good, or you've been like, yo, you in trouble and you're not doing this. Oh no, you about to do this 10 times more involved, or I'm about to get some extra
downtown.
extra receiving,
extra drive
downtown because of that incident. And so if y'all think I be threatening, then y'all think what y'all want. If y'all think I blackmail my husband, y'all think what y'all want. It is what it is. The work gets done, right? And we good. We both love each other and we straight, right?
I went with the questions. I went, how do you feel about it? Because I meant like the emotion, like me. Sometimes you make me frustrated that I can't even get my mind wrapped around to do anything, and I just be like, that's it.
Nothing.
I just shut down.
He be out. Y'all heard about some people need the whole foreplay for like throughout the day. That's Brandon. Like Brandon mentally really needs like the whole day, like not kissing his butt to get some, but also not being a B to not get some. Think about that. Think about what I just said, ladies. Not kissing up, not sugarcoating stuff, and not trying to be kissing his ass about it. But I'm also not gonna be a B. What that means is, us wives, sometimes we nag and sometimes we do, So I know that day, like he knows, like I'll be like, okay.
She pick her battles.
I'd be like, okay, I'm trying to get some today. And I know my husband is sensitive sometimes when he won't give me none because of a certain situation. So throughout the day, I know in my mind, boom, I got this plan for today. I got this. We good. Do not mess this up, Jen. And I promise y'all, and this is funny, because I go good all day sometimes. And then it'd be like 8, 9 o'clock.
Right before,
and something happens, and we just start arguing. I just be and I mess it up, and I be like, no. I be like, oh no, we about to make this up, and I bring it back, and I'm like, babe, it's okay, don't worry. Even though really in the back of my mind I'm pissed off because all day I done set the tone, and then now in the last 10 minutes where I was about to get it in, some argument retardedly just happened.
Yeah.
And so I'm just saying, ladies. Think about that too, especially if your spouse is in tone to that, Do you use it to your advantage? Brandon?
I think both sex use it to their advantage. I don't want to just point me out, but I think both sex use
You think
it.
I do? Yeah.
Because
I do.
Some things is just hard to resist, that your spouse do. You just can't you can't resist. You like, oh, okay, whatever. You gotta
take it.
Yeah, you gotta you You gotta just resist.
Sometimes one head is saying something else than the other head, so I just be like, okay, I'm getting that. I'm taking it. See ya, go to bed. Everything else I got.
Yeah.
So sometimes people do take advantage of it.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You're married. Like, this is your spouse. This is your husband. This is your wife. You're one. You're united.
But what if
it's oneness? It's okay. Don't abuse it now.
But this is also when you use it to take advantage.
What's up, people chiming in? What's up? What's up? Thank you for chiming in. What up, Q? What up, Tiff? We going over. Is makeup sex good or bad? What y'all think?
What about this? Do you use it to your advantage? Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. What I mean by that, also, are you aggressive?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you messed up. Give me this D.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Randy says you two are pretty good counselors, but do you also seek counseling? You know what? Randy, listen, I'm so glad you're on tonight with your wife. Hey. So, yes, Brandon and I, this is a side note, a whole different conversation, but my friend just asked a question. Her husband wants to know. We're great at coaching. I'm a mental health therapist. So, yes, I do marriage counseling, individual counseling, kids, family. My husband and I together with this marriage, we're doing more of the coaching. And they are asking, the husband is asking, so do we also seek counseling? Because, we're counseling, right? We're coaching, right? So, yes, absolutely. We actually do, guys. Like, me and Brandon, we have a marriage counselor. Of course, you guys know, we're very involved, Christians and in our church, and we also seek the word, the Bible first and foremost, and, because it's God first, then the therapy. So yes, hubby, we do marriage counseling, if not weekly, bi-weekly. And I will say, guys,
we
that
do family counseling.
We do family counseling as well with our kids. And I will say, as a therapist, just because you go to counseling doesn't mean there's a problem. And that's a big deal, because a lot of people think that you go to counseling because there's a problem, someone's crazy, you guys are doing bad, whatever. No. At the end of the day, if you're in the therapy world like myself, we always say to each other at my company, a therapist needs a therapist. Because think about it, like, we're hearing everyone's problems or everyone's scenarios. How are we going to be able to talk to someone about our situations? So yes, and we actually been going to our marriage counselor prior to even being married. We were going to her for premarital counseling, for family counseling. She's in the family. I love her.
And then we have marriage groups.
And then we have our Victory. We do our marriage groups with Victory.
Yeah, we do attend many marriage groups.
Yeah, so we do stuff like that. We also read up on books with marriages. We go to
a conference.
Conferences.
Montel Jordan.
So definitely, guys, absolutely. Our mentor even told us, you want to be an expert in something, you need to put 10,000 hours in it. And that's what Brandon and I are doing. We want to continue the marriage coaching, the marriage platform. We are working on information on actual certifications in the field. So yes, guys, we are involved. And listen, hubby, everybody else, chime in. We're going to be having and setting up a platform where it's actually going to be a 6 to 8 week marriage course in regards to a lot of these things, right? In our lives, we love to entertain, give out some knowledge, some wisdom, some information, some research. However, we are going to have our private platform where it's going to be once a week, an hour a week with other marriages. It's going to be a small, intimate via Zoom. And then we're going to also meet, if not once a month or something like that, or do a retreat with the group. And we're setting that up to have actual classes in weeks to come. So we're going to put that up there. It's going to be, honestly, guys, it's only $199 per couple. We think that's an amazing, amazing deal. We did have a special previously, but now it is the $199 per couple, which we think is incredible, because that's 6 to 8 weeks, for the one-on-one coaching, the mentorship, and even meetups every now and then. So yes, look into that information on our page, direct.me/Barker Worldwide. Go check it out. Hubby, I hope I answered that, right? Go ahead, babe.
So, with the makeup sex, back to that, are you involved mentally or not when you have it?
Oh, that's something you would definitely say.
Yeah, are you involved mentally when you have it? Like, are you there? Like,
are you? But the question is, if you're not mentally there, are you even having it?
Yeah. I'm still doing it, even because sometimes I'm not mentally there, but I'm doing it to satisfy.
That's very minimal because I could tell when I'm like, dude, I know you're not in the mode, in the zone, and because I know, come on, like y'all know your husbands, y'all know your wives. I know Brandon when the mind is not 100% there, the performance might not be 100%, and it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's not gonna be to that max 100%.
My mind is not there,
and I could tell, and I'd be like, nope. You're not about to play me today. We can postpone this, or we can get back into it another time, or I could do more things to get it back popping in a different mindset. But if it's not there, he knows. I've told him, nah, I'm good. Pause that, timeout, cut. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, babe, I'm sorry. So no, it's good. I want the 100% bang versus a 80, even a 99. I don't, 100%.
I gotta go get my mind together first.
Yeah, nope, 100%. So that's a good one, though.
Yeah. So, for us fellas, this one I'll put for us fellas. You know, I do the men's call on Monday, but I wanted to put a question out there for us fellas. Most men that I know, we use it more as a frustration release.
The makeup sex.
Yeah.
Because you're mad, you want to get it out?
Yeah, and then we feel like, we punishing you in a good way.
Oh, maybe that's where my whips, like my friend was saying, comes through.
Yeah, so, it's a frustration release for the male. I don't know. Or, when the testosterone done built up.
Because you mad.
Yeah, man.
Like, I'm about to get this bitch.
Yeah. I'm about to
tear her up. Yeah. She want to talk to me any old type of way. I'm going to show her who the man is.
Yeah.
I know. See how he I already know, man. Y'all think, listen, I'm not, what did they say? I'm hip to the game, okay?
Yeah. Stretch it out.
Stretch it out, baby. Yo, we are silly.
I ain't messing with you right now tonight.
What is it? Oh, you gonna mess with me tonight? What does that say, babe? Punished in a good way? Oh, you just said that. Like my friend said, pull the hair.
Yeah.
Punish me. You need me to get the cuffs for you? Sure, you want to punish me?
Nah, I don't need you to do nothing. I got this.
We don't even have cuffs like that.
What about the makeup? It's like, does the control issue takes a factor in that?
Does it really please you? How about that?
Yeah, there's a control thing.
What control thing?
Somebody usually is the dominant one in the bedroom.
But maybe it switches with the makeup part.
Yeah, it switches inside the makeup part.
I think it can control switch when whoever is at fault. That's what I feel. Like if you messed up, I'm about to control and I'm about to run this game.
You know what the good thing about the makeup sex though?
Because I'm the one telling you, you know what I'm saying, or you handling stuff, but I'm also director on cue.
But you know what? The good thing about makeup sex is you try to outdo each other.
That's funny.
That's good. That's a good competition though, right?
Oh, my friend, her and her husband competitive. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah,
who could throw it back more?
Yeah,
like you about to do, you know what I'm saying?
Who can make feel good the best first?
Oh, yeah. I don't like that one.
Yeah,
I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Anybody got time for that?
Why not?
Cause man, I gotta think too hard, and it gets me all off track. I can't even be under pressure. I'm that person. If I'm under pressure, I just don't perform as
you're
best.
Anxious.
Because I'm so anxious.
Yeah.
The anxiety kicks in. That might be the therapist in me, the anxiety, the pressure, the setting the tone, the perfectionist. I just be like, I can't do it. We're not doing this. It's all good. I'm over it. Next. So listen, what do y'all feel about the makeup sex? Is it good? Is it bad? Do y'all use it often? Do you not? Because we gotta be real. Like, it does happen. I don't care if you're like, no, never. You probably got into a disagreement. That same day you guys forgave each other. Everything's peaches and cream. I'm not mad at him. But eventually that day or the next day, you're probably gonna get some. And you might, one or the other might still, in the back of their mind, feed off that previous disagreement. Then y'all might just not say it.
What when before the makeup sex, the dirty talk? What about that?
Because of the makeup, because of the disagreement.
Yeah. And you know what? Not in a disrespectful way. You know,
Yeah,
you
no,
like
dirty talk ain't no disrespect.
Yeah,
unless you really go out your mouth.
Yeah. But you know, certain things you wouldn't say on the regular, and you be like, "Hey, don't make me pull it out." You know?
Don't make me get that whip today, like my friend said.
Hey. Yeah.
Don't make me get that whip today, cause you done messed up today, and we not in the zone. And that's when the other spouse might take advantage, might play it. They might like it.
Yeah, or you might say, you know, you gonna, like what?
You gonna what? I need you to. I don't understand.
Yeah, you do.
I don't understand. You gonna beep. So, but
And
listen.
I'm like, no, I'm not. You be like, oh yes, you are.
Oh yes, you are, cause it gotta be all up in your face. How about them apples? You ain't moving. You're not going nowhere. Tie you down, and you know. And listen, this is the funny thing, guys. You know, for all my married folks out there, especially, have you? Maybe I didn't write this down, but I just thought about it. What about that marriage, that couple, that their sex or intimacy is not happening, so it only occurs or only spices up when this happens when it's like makeup, and that's the only time. You can think about that.
Yeah, no, that's a real problem right there.
That's good though.
Yeah, that is good. That's a real problem right there.
That is,
you know, because now like the only time y'all are like really happy is when y'all mad at each other.
When you're doing the makeup part, because maybe it's the competition, maybe it's the anger, like you said, the release. Like I'm just pissed off and I'm just trying to get it.
Or maybe it's a control factor. Like one of the couples, somebody is controlling in the relationship, and then this is their time during the makeup sex that the other person could take control and be the dominant one. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe the wife is the controlling one in the marriage, right? So then maybe the makeup sex where the husband might just start an argument just to start an argument so he can feel that power and dominant and feel like he got the control back from her.
But then who's going to be the controller in the makeup sex?
He is. Because that's where he getting his power now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it gets good.
Yeah, that's why it gets good.
So now the wife might know this and use this to her advantage. And that's when they get it popping, only in those scenarios.
Yeah, because she might be controlling the whole relationship and stuff like that. And he might feel like the only way I feel like I'm the man or whatever is when I got her down.
So now the question is that healthy? Is that a healthy marriage? Is that a healthy sex life? Is that a healthy relationship? Is that healthy in communication? Is that healthy or good, period? Because we're talking makeup sex in the positive, good kind of thing in the marriage. Now you're saying, or what I asked, what we got into, now that's bringing it to a whole left field on the negative, the not so healthy scenario.
Because you got to talk about both sides. You get what I'm saying? At the same time, when we talk about these issues, we talk about both sides, you know.
Shit, yeah, look it. I'm happy. You know what? I appreciate all my friends that are chiming in tonight. We have one of my friends, he mentioned, no, it's not. That's why I'm divorced. So my question to you, what up, my boy Q? My question is, explain. I get the no as far as like, no, it's not healthy, but then it's not. That's why I'm divorced now. So you mean that it was not happening and it was only good during the makeups, and that's why, of course, it's not healthy, so you're not married no more. Is that what you're saying? I just want to make sure I'm understanding everybody's comments. I don't want to take it the wrong way and mess up like a whole comment, right? So it's important, it's deep, and as much as we, Brandon and I, are fun and games and entertaining and being loving and happy and this and that, like Brandon said, we're also gonna bring the facts. We're also gonna bring what is not healthy, you know, because it can happen. It can be a scenario like we're just saying. It's not healthy. It's not good. There is no sex. There is no way to do a makeup sex. It played a part of the divorce. So, as far as the intimacy not being popping. I think that's what he's saying. That's a big deal. And I honestly feel, which I know we're going to discuss this, but not today, is the importance and the value of having sex with your spouse and being intimate. Because some people don't talk about it. I know a lot of couples, they never talk about these type of things. Like to themselves, to their friends, to the counselor, I don't know what. And then 5-10 years go by, 20, 30, 40, whatever, and it's divorced because there's like no sex. Or it's, I've had scenarios, remember I'm a therapist, and in marriage and family, I've seen it. I've seen scenarios where it's like, oh, we haven't had sex in 2 years. I'm like, and y'all married?
Somebody having sex. With
like,
something.
Like, and I'm like, wait a minute, 2 years? Or I ain't give him none in a month. Now. And that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. But I will say, in the Bible, because we're going to take it back to the word, because that's the truth and nothing but the truth. It says on there, wives, do not hold from your husband, because the devil comes where the temptation is, and that's opening the door for them. And I don't care if you mad at him for a month and you're not giving him some, toot it over and let it go. Okay? It can't just be makeup sex. That's not healthy. Exactly. There has to be regular, quickie. Oh, see, this is what we related. Quickie, fun, planned, spontaneous, kinky. Oh, we gonna talk about that one. Nooner sex. What is nooner sex? Maybe sooner sex? I don't know, etc. That's what makes it fun when you switch it up every time, weekly. Exactly. And that's a big deal. It shouldn't just be waiting for the makeup sex.
Yeah.
That's why men end up cheating. Absolutely. And I will say, I don't say absolutely why men cheat, because it's not okay to cheat, and it's not the reasoning. It's not okay to, oh, well, that's why he cheated because she didn't. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying it takes two to tango. Right? Mm-hmm. Lunch break sex. Yo, you know what? Those be the best, right? Those be the best. But I'd be like, you gotta go back to work. I'd be so mad. So I cut them out. I was like, you know what? Just leave work early.
Yeah.
I told Brandon, like, just leave work early. Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for no lunch break. Yeah. Just leave work early, because you be tired. Yeah. I'm tired. Like, we're not doing this. But depending on how long the break be, you might be able to take that longer break and you good, you know? But the driving and the back, and then there's the pressure on my head about, he got to be back at work in 30 minutes. And then I just tell Brandon, can you just leave work just 2 hours early, hour early. We got the afternoon, kids are at school. We're good, right?
That's the best one when the kids are going.
That's we come to find out as parents, like, we didn't think it was a big deal, but it is a big deal. You know what? That's another one. It is a big deal. Sex when parents. It is a big deal. To like have the kids at school and get some. Like, I didn't think how big of a deal that was until, like, now that our kids are getting a little bit older. Yeah. And, they're only 4 and 8, so we still get it popping. But I'm just saying it's just different, and I didn't think it was such a big deal. Now I get it. When you watch like some movies or shows, and they be like, oh, the kids they're not home. And we used to be like, in the afternoon, like, mad random. Yep. It's popping. Quality sex is hard with kids. See, I like how my cousin put it. You know what? I'm going to highlight that. Quality.
Yeah, because you can't get loose like you want.
She said it really good, though. Quality
she
sex.
Said real clean.
Real clean. That might be my next title, cousin.
I would have been like, man, you can't scream and yell and all this other stuff. You got to bite the pillow. Like...
you know what? My next title might be quality sex.
I can't turn up the music loud. For
real.
We can't make the headboard.
All that stuff. Really, Brandon? Like, come on now. So, anyways, but it is important to discuss
trying to drive
the big deal. Really? Do you bring up the machine? Bring up the big deal that sex should not only be for the makeup part. That's where the unhealthiness comes in. That's where the scandals might come in. That's where the temptation might come in. And I'm not saying just be a whole prostitute for your husband. However, I am saying that though. Like my grandmother, I'm gonna tell you real quick, and then we're gonna be done for the night. My grandmother back in the day used to tell me, like, you need to be your husband's, like, she basically was saying, like, be his whore, like, be his prostitute. Like, she really basically was. Y'all know how grandma was. My cousin, she really was, like, she was that serious. And I used to never understand, like, what you mean? Never get it. Professional, dress nice during the day, but then she's like, nope, pop them heels on at night, do what you gotta do. And it's difficult to do that when the marriage is not good. It's difficult to do that when you don't get along. It's difficult to do that when you don't like each other. It's difficult to do that when you're not communicating.
Yeah.
When you're not on the same page. So then that's what Brandon was saying. It's not healthy. There's a problem. And that's when we tell our people, seek counseling. Like one-on-one therapy. If it's with us, if it's with a individual, that's someone you don't know. Whatever. Private, individual, and marriage counseling. Facts, the woman's supposed to be a porn star.
You right. You right, Q. You right on Q.
So my friend, for y'all that are not on my Facebook, my homeboy also mentioned, yes, I'm right. The wife should be the porn star. He said this. I'm just repeating. The wife should be the porn star for the man. Right. You don't be laughing. Like, you, both of y'all. Like, for real. But it's serious, though. And I will say, like I mentioned, if it's to that intense, seek counseling for real. Like, and not just you, but together. Go together. Do marriage counseling. We're here in the marriage porn platform to uplift, to keep marriages together, to make sure you're doing correctly with, God first, Bible studying, all that stuff, coming together, no adultery, no cheating, no sinful things.
Just more into each other. You know what I mean?
Into each other. And, things happen.
Go back to, what got you,
into
really
each other.
Into each other.
And things happen, guys. Listen, we always mention that we're very transparent.
It's always
We're
seasons.
not always.
Yeah.
And you guys, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, they're just this. They're always happy-go-lucky.
Nah.
No, we argued last week. Or, like, even 2 days ago.
Yeah, we argued before that.
Like, probably every week.
Yeah.
Probably every week. But it's okay. There's no perfect marriage. There's no perfect spouse. It's always something to work through. And this is why God brought y'all together. You guys have to balance each other.
Yeah, because
he helps me out. I help him out.
Yeah, because you can't be that yes man and that yes babe.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much.
You're eventually gonna pop.
Yeah, you can't say yes to everything. You know what I mean? It's some guys I know that just to avoid the argument.
I do too. And I have one of my friends. He's like that, and I'm like, y'all never argue. He's like, nah, I avoid it. I just yes, sure, whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, ever? He's like, nah, it's boring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a problem.
Yeah, you can't be that.
Like, you gotta speak up. You still gotta talk. You gotta sit down, have your communication. You don't like this. I don't like this. It's okay. That's why we're one. But again, that goes to my married folks. You're not married, then it's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah, it's a whole.
But listen, guys, we appreciate y'all time. We're in at the 45-50 minute ballpark, which we want to stick to. We want to be aware of y'all time, our time. But that's really it. Like, thank y'all for getting on. I appreciate the comments. And I will say, now that a lot of people are chiming in more, marriage is work daily, but it shouldn't be hard work daily. Absolutely. That's an awesome comment. My cousin said, marriage is work, but it shouldn't be hard work daily.
Yeah.
Think about that. Don't let it pass you. Marriage is work, but it shouldn't be. I tell my peoples, marriage is work, but you shouldn't be dreading marriage.
No, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't be like, oh, I gotta call my husband. Oh, I gotta deal with my wife. That's a whole nother conversation too. It shouldn't be everyday, miserable, hard, upset, argue. That's not what marriage. That's not what God intended marriage to be.
That's your friend.
That's your partner, your friend, your spouse.
Yeah.
Talk to them. It's okay. Be understanding. Have empathy, sympathy. Love one another. So on that note, guys, if you have any topics, since people are a lot chiming in tonight, any topics that you ever want us to discuss, if you do not want to put it in the comments because you don't want people to know maybe it's from you or whatever the case, you could have it private. Message us directly.
Right.
And we'll discuss it. We won't mention you. We'll keep it anonymous. That's not a problem. Any comments, any topics, any scenarios.
Because with these topics,
we're open.
We research it. We research the topic. So
we study. We go over some things.
We'll go over some things and research, and then we'll come back, with just different analysis. She give her point of view from a woman. I give my point of view from a man. Then we come together.
And then we discuss the research. We discuss things, stuff like that that's out there. So put it in the chat. Message us. Go to our page, direct.me/Barker Worldwide. Go to our Instagram, Marriage Porn, acronym for porn. Remember, it's all about pure, open, renew, and navigating the marriages, uplifting. If we can do everything we can to help you guys stay together with God and counseling, absolutely. If one doesn't want it, we need to discuss that. If one doesn't, different levels of religions, we need to discuss that. Then the Bible says divorce is okay for 2 exceptions, adultery or abuse. There's plenty of reasons of abuse. We'll get into that another time. But just thank you guys for chiming on. I wanted to just be direct, be honest. We had a great conversation tonight. Is makeup sex good or bad? I appreciate y'all. Chime in. Today's Wednesday, right? Thursday night. I'm having my ladies talk. Don't know what I'm doing, but it's going to be great. It's always something good. Ladies, wives, if y'all have any ideas of what I should discuss for tomorrow night, message me privately. I want to hear some topics on what you want to discuss as far as in the marriage, or even if it's just as a wife, as a woman, as a lady. Let's talk about it. If it's about motherhood, if it's about intimacy, sex, if it's about partnership, whatever, message me. Let's talk about it. Tomorrow night, Thursday at 9 p.m. I'm going to be live for my wife's talk. Ladies, anybody, you guys are welcome. I know husbands chime in as well because y'all like to be nosy. But it's okay as long as you got your wife coming in too, or from another room or whatever. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. Brandon will be on Monday. And like I said, we're going to have our classes program up and about, running and marketing everything in the next, literally for this month. This is the month that we're putting everything out. It's been a couple months. We've been rolling. Everything's been great. God is good. So thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. You have a blessed night. Yeah. Thanks for chiming in. Bye.
Bye.
But you can take it off to you. Thank you.